Hey YouTube, Ed here with Jack of All Trades, and welcome to another video. So today what I've got is a Ruger New Vaquero in 45 ACP. This is the Talo Edition with the bird's head grip on it, and we're going to talk about this gun today. And welcome back. So yes, I've got the Ruger New Vaquero. This is the Talo Edition in 45 ACP, and those are the first 6 shots I made shooting this gun, and kind of fun. First off, it's a revolver in 45 ACP, which is just kind of cool because I've got 1911s and I got 45 ACP ammo. So I like the concept of having the same kind of ammo, in a revolver and in a semi-automatic. It's kind of a neat thing. Let's talk about the Ruger Vaquero just a little bit. So Ruger came out with the Vaquero in 1993, and they actually based it, I think, off the Blackhawk frame. And then in 2005, they came out with the new Vaquero. And they came out with the new Vaquero because the Blackhawk frame Vaquero was a little big and it didn't really directly match the guns of old days, which the cowboy action shooters really like. So they came out with the new Vaquero, and I believe that's on like the X3 frame or something like that. But it's got a slightly smaller frame on it, and it's more reminiscent of the single action Army Colts. This is actually a pretty nice revolver. I really like this gun. It's got the shiny polished surface on it. It's got the bird's heads grips with the laminated wood grips on it. It's just really a pretty gun, and it's got some really neat features with it. One of which is all you have to do is open the loading gate, and you can spin the cylinder, and each cylinder index, so you could very easily load the firearm. I really like that. So you don't have to half cock it to get the loading gate open and make the cylinder spin. The other thing I like about it is this is a transfer bar safety system on it. So there's a transfer bar inside of here, which means unless you are depressing the trigger, the gun's not going to go off. So you can carry 6 rounds in the cylinders with these things instead of doing a five round cowboy action load. And with the transfer bar safety, that's kind of a nice thing that you can actually carry 6 rounds in the cylinders instead of 5. It makes the gun a little bit safer. It's got your standard cowboy style front sight, and it's nothing more in the back than a groove cut into the top of the receiver strap. It's very, very traditional of the single action Colt Armies. Just a really neat gun, and the fact that it is 45 ACP, and it's a Talo edition, which is Talo distribution worked with Ruger to make kind of specialty guns, if you will. They're kind of limited in runs, and a lot of times what they did was they put different grips on them and things like that. They were just different than your standard new Vaquero. The fact that it's a 45 ACP in the Talo edition is just really, really neat. And I really like the fact that I can use 45 ACP ammo, which is what I use in my 1911. Incidentally, kind of a neat thing, very easy to load this thing. If you have a 1911, you can actually load directly from the mags of a 1911 into the cylinders, and it's just a really great way to keep ammo on you in the mags, so you just don't have a bunch of loose ammo laying around in your pockets. It's just a really neat concept. I actually can't take credit for this. I saw this by another YouTube content creator, but yeah, really simple way to load the firearm, and it's just very neat that you can use 45 ACP ammo in this thing, and it actually is pretty doggone accurate. It's a little on the low side. It's a little low for me, and it is also kind of neat. The shells really come out of here quite easily. A lot of times you don't even need the loading rod. Sometimes you do, but a lot of times they'll just slide right out without needing a loading rod. So they do really unload quite nice. Just a really neat gun. Let's go ahead and turn the camera around and I'll shoot some at these milk jugs I got over here and kind of give you a feel for the accuracy. Now, I'm not very far away. I'm only about 25, 30 feet away, but at the end of the day, it's a short barreled revolver. It's not meant to do long distance. So let's turn it around and let's see what 45 ACP does to some milk jugs. One thing I do notice with the bird's head style grip is my social finger here does seem to want to bang into the bottom side of the trigger guard. And if that was the case, practice is going to be a little wearing on that finger. I can feel it banging against there. 45 ACP is a pretty heavy duty load, and the recoil is actually smacking the trigger guard into that finger quite a bit. And that's just because of a lack of grip. Now, I've got really big hands, and I don't have a pinky grip on here. And to shoot these things properly, you're only supposed to use one hand. And I can very easily feel that trigger guard banging into my middle finger there. So that's a little uncomfortable. Still a fun gun to shoot. So I want to see if it'll do this, but I don't want to do it with loaded ammunition because this isn't my gun. So you can see it's empty. In fact, I've got some spent shell casings in my pocket. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to load spent shell casings in here because I don't have snap caps with. Again, it's not my firearm, so. All right, so got empty shell casings and they're very good. All right, so can you thumb this? In other words, can you cock the hammer, squeeze it, and then thumb it? No, you can't. It will not allow you to do it. Won't do it. Interesting. So they're supposedly going after the cowboy action set, but this gun won't thumb. Will not allow you to do it. You have to release the hammer every time. Let's go ahead and take the ammo out. Let's see it. Let's just see if it'll thumb without ammo. Cylinders are empty. It'll thumb all day long and twice on Tuesday with no shells in the cylinder. Interesting. I wonder if that's a problem with the gun or if that's the way it's designed. Anybody knows, let me know in the comments. So there you have it, the Ruger New Vaquero Talo Edition in 45 ACP. Hell of a lot of fun to shoot. This is just a cool gun. Horribly practical? Not really. If you're a cowboy action shooter, it would be far more practical. And the other thing that I like a lot about 45 ACP is the ammo in 45 ACP is considerably cheaper than in 45 Long Colt. Now, these guns, you could get them in 44 Magnum, you can get them in 357 Magnum, you can get them in 45 Long Colt, and I do believe there was some Talo editions, one that were in a 32 Colt maybe, but you can get them in a variety of calibers. But 45 ACP and of course 357, which would take 38 special as well, would be the most economical. But if you want 45 caliber, you could use 45 ACP, which is a fraction of the cost of 45 Colt ammo. So really just a neat concept. Props to Ruger and company for making a really just a cool, nostalgic kind of gun in an ammo that you can find anywhere. It's readily available. Very inexpensive to shoot and still a whole lot of fun. And you get that 45 caliber bore if that's what you're into. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Now understand, this is not my gun. This gun actually belongs to a customer of mine. Thank you, Troy, for letting me borrow this for the video. I really do appreciate it. It's just a really cool piece altogether. And I might have to pick one of these up for myself. Maybe, if I'm lucky, Troy won't like it and he'll just sell it to me. Now, MSRP, these guns sold for about $1,000 or a little better a piece. They're still bringing, in different varying conditions, $800 to $900 in the open market. So they're holding their value really, really well. And if you're looking for a very nice, a very safe, a very good functioning cowboy action pistol that's got a trigger transfer bar safety on it, the Ruger New Vaquero might be for you. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. This is Ed with Jack of All Trades. As always, thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next video.